What if a lot of the standard retirement advice you've heard is, well, just plain wrong? Today, we're going to dive into a strategy that could totally change how you look at your portfolio. We're talking about transforming it from just a nest egg you slowly spend into an active engine that actually generates income for you.
So, let's be honest. Is your retirement plan feeling a little stuck in the past? For decades, the playbook has been really simple, maybe a little too simple. Let's find out if the advice you've been following is still the best way to go.
All right, first up, let's talk about the reigning champion of retirement advice, the 4% rule.
You've probably heard of this one for ever. This rule has been the bedrock for millions of people. The idea is pretty simple. You pull out 4% of your portfolio in your first year of retirement, adjust that amount for inflation every year after, and in theory, your money should last. It's been a comforting guideline for a long, long time. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. The 4% rule is all about one thing: managing withdrawals. It basically treats your portfolio like a big bucket of water that you just slowly empty over time. It's a one-way street. But what if, instead of just draining the bucket, you could turn on a faucet and actually get it to refill itself?
And that brings us to a much more proactive approach. Let's call it the dynamic duo strategy. It's all about combining two powerful tools to create a consistent stream of cash flow from the assets you already own.
Okay, so the first part of our duo, the dividend aristocrats. Now, these are the absolute titans of the stock market. We're talking stable, blue-chip companies with just an incredible track record. I mean, for a company to increase its dividend payout for over a quarter of a century, that signals a remarkably tough and resilient business. This provides a super reliable, foundational income stream.
Now, the second part is a strategy called covered calls. And look, I know the word options can sound intimidating, but the concept here is actually really simple. You own stock. You sell someone the option to buy that stock from you later at a higher price. And just for selling them that option, you get paid cash, called a premium, right on the spot. You get paid today, no matter what the stock does tomorrow.
Let's break it down into 4 easy steps. 1, you gotta own at least 100 shares of a stock. 2, you sell one call option contract against those shares. 3, you instantly collect a cash premium. And 4, the outcome? Either the option just expires and you keep your shares plus the cash, or your shares are sold at a profit and you still keep the cash. From an income standpoint, it's a win-win.
And that's where the synergy really clicks. You're collecting income from two different sources on the exact same asset. You're getting the company's regular dividend, and you're getting the extra cash from the option premium. You're literally making your assets work twice as hard for you. Now, this strategy is already powerful on its own, but when you do it inside a retirement account, like an IRA, oh man, that's when the results can become truly explosive.
This is where the tax advantage kicks in big time. In a traditional IRA, all that income from dividends and premiums gets to grow tax-deferred. But the Roth IRA, well, that's the true game changer. In a Roth, all that income grows completely tax-free, and your qualified withdrawals in retirement are also 100% tax-free. It's huge.
So the takeaway is simple. Not paying taxes every year is like a turbo boost for your growth. By shielding your income from that annual tax bill, you allow your money to compound way faster. Every single dollar of premium and dividend goes right back to work for you, without taxes slowing down the momentum.
So let's put it all together and see how this new, active playbook really stacks up against that old, passive model.
And the difference is pretty stark, isn't it? The 4% rule is a passive drawdown. You're just selling your assets. This strategy is active income generation. Your income comes from dividends plus those premiums. And maybe most importantly, it takes the control away from some rigid formula and puts it right back in your hands.
Think of it like this. You start with your foundational income, your dividend yield. Let's say it's 3%. Then, by selling covered calls, you get to stack a whole other income stream right on top of it, maybe an extra 2% from premiums. All of a sudden, you've just boosted your portfolio's total annual yield from 3% up to 5%.
And here's the key advantage for any retiree: resilience. You know, when the market is down and your portfolio value is shrinking, having to sell off pieces of it can be really painful. But with this strategy, you are still generating cold, hard cash from premiums. That income provides a valuable buffer, giving you cash flow even when asset prices just aren't cooperating.
Ultimately, this whole thing really comes down to one central idea: taking active control over your retirement income.
So let's just recap the advantages real quick.
You create two income streams from a single asset. You optimize for taxes by doing it in an IRA. You gain way more flexibility than some old fixed rule. You increase control over your cash flow. You're no longer just hoping your nest egg lasts, you're building a powerful income engine to fund your future.
This quote really captures the entire shift in mindset. You're moving away from just spending what you've saved and moving toward intelligently using what you've saved to produce a continuous flow of cash.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. As you look at your own retirement plan, ask yourself this one fundamental question. Is my portfolio just a nest egg waiting to be spent, or is it an income engine that's waiting to be run? The answer could change everything.